testing. There we go. Okay. Learned to do this in church many years ago. We've got to get more bodies in. We've got the tickets. We counted them all out, so we got to scoop a little bit. You got to start scooching in a little bit here. So tighten it up a little bit, and because we want to get as many people in as we possibly can. Once we get people seated, then we can start. We like to be as close to 1 hour as we can possibly be. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to graduation 2010. Mr. Nelson, you may begin.
playing of our national anthem. Good afternoon. It is the mission of the Waterford community to provide these students with the opportunities to acquire the knowledge, skills, and experiences to become successful and responsible adults. Today, we thank you, the community, for gathering and recognizing the accomplishments of these distinguished students at the zenith of their youthful years. This ceremony is a culmination of 12 plus years of schooling dedicated to hard work, tests, studying, sometimes, yes, nagging. Through the course of this celebration, we ask that every person here think of how important this moment is to you and how equally important this moment is to the person sitting next to you. Every year, a multitude of compliments define this very occasion as a classy and dignified graduation ceremony, true to Waterford style. So out of respect for yourselves and your families, the community wants to maintain the reputation and the atmosphere you all deserve. In order to create that perfect moment for yourselves and those surrounding you, we make these few simple requests. 1, please check to make sure all electronic devices such as phones, pagers, or beeping watches are turned off. 2, please make sure that you keep recognition of your child to applauses and cheers. Air horns, or other excessively loud noisemakers are not courteous to the people around you. And finally, many people use video to record their child walking across the stage. The last obstruction a family wants to see instead of their child is a beach ball or some other inflatable object, so that's why those props are unwelcome. As long as we all work together to respect the time-honored tradition of a dignified ceremony, no one will be regretfully escorted out prior to the end of the ceremony. Thank you in advance for your cooperation in making today's graduation ceremony a special day for every individual in the audience and for every individual wearing it now. With that said, on behalf of the Waterford Union High School District, the school board, Mr. James Groff, Ms. Nancy Franco, Mr. Kevin Mashee, Mr. Don Amber, and Mr. Jeff Santana, the administration, Mr. Keith Brandstetter, Mr. Eric Gray, Ms. Tammy Truitt, our staff, I offer a heartfelt welcome to all of our guests, especially our honored guests, to the commencement ceremony for the class of 2010. At this time, I'd like to introduce Mr. Robert Shibley to offer the AFS address. Robert?
Hello, Waterford. It has now been 321 days since I left my home in Switzerland to come to this total unknown place named Waterford. All I knew about Wisconsin was that it's Secretary of State. That was pretty weird for me as a Swiss who absolutely hates cheese. But I took what I had. Just like my fellow exchange students Linda Holler and Veronica Feynman from Germany, I left back my home, my friends and my family to come to this totally unknown place. And to the answer to the question that many friends ask me, is it worth going there? Now after 321 days, oh yeah, it was worth going there. I met so many wonderful people here and got to experience so many great things that I was never able to do in my life, such as play on the tennis team, play on the soccer team, and play for my school, for my area, and for its community. And I got to learn much about the American culture and its language. I got to do activities such as snowmobiling and ice fishing. I've never been able to do that before. And I also learned many things, such as a Wisconsinite, you can only root for one NFL team. That's the Green Bay Packers. And of course, I'd like to thank you, Waterford Union High School, for letting me part of this great school. Let me be part of this great class of 2010. And they offered me help whenever I needed it. And thank you everyone else for supporting me where I needed it. If it was giving me rides or answering questions to me or showing me where something is, thank you very much. And of course, great thanks to my two host families. First semester, the Marmarowitzes, and second semester, the Petersons. Because without them, I wouldn't even be standing here. They're wonderful, caring people, and they were always there for me. There are so many benefits from hosting exchange students, for students and the families themselves. And exchange organizations out there are always looking for new host families. And of course, great thanks to my mom at home in Switzerland, who is watching right now on the live stream. Hello, Mommy, I love you. And for all the seniors, I left my home, came to a place I had no idea was going to face me in a total new country. And all of you are going to face situations like these now. And I left to an unknown place and I didn't know what to face. It was the greatest year of my life. And so now in July, I won't just be going back home to Switzerland. I will also be leaving my new home, Waterford. I'm glad I came to America. I'm glad I came to Wisconsin. I'm glad I came to Waterford. May God bless you all, and God bless the United States of America. I'd like to introduce the next speaker, my great friend and salutatory of this class of 2010, Deb Maloney.
So we're finally here. Graduation. After 4 years of hard work, we're done. But I look back, it doesn't really feel like 4 years. It seems really short. I can still remember when I was that young boy with the shaggy blonde hair and the peach fuzz on my upper lip. I remember how scared I was before the first day of school. I had left all my friends behind in Texas, and I had no idea what Watford had in store for me. But the first day came around, and the first day of school came around, and you guys immediately welcomed me to the school. In fact, to my complete surprise, strangers were coming up to me and talking to me. And it was that day when I was given the coolest nickname I think anybody could ever have in Texas. And over the next few weeks, I slowly became acquainted with one of the most amazing classes Waterford has ever seen. Not only do we have some of the most amazing athletes and brightest students to ever come through these doors, we also have the nicest people I have met in my 18 years. And that's what makes our class so special. That's how I know our class is destined for success. Over the last 4 years, our athletes have dominated the conference, our intellectuals have taken the school to new academic highs, and every single Wolverine has contributed to the community in some way. All that in just 4 years. Of course, we do owe much of our success to our brilliant teachers and parents, but we still did all that in 4 years. Imagine what we're going to do with the rest of our lives. 7 conference titles, the best fan club in Wisconsin, the most active National Honor Society, and Chase Group Waterford SC News. That's just the start. We're pioneers, and I can't wait to see how the class of 2010 will be out there changing the world in years to come. Thank you. And I would like to introduce the class of 2010's valedictorian, Morgan Griggs.
Today we walk through those gym doors, clapping and cheering, vibrating our ears, just as we entered the world of high school during SOAR. As we looked around as freshmen, we became bombarded with new faces, each new face representing a new person whom we knew nothing about. Sometimes we'd encounter these new people, either in a classroom or possibly in a restaurant, where 2 people would sit awkwardly, unable to think of something to say. In such a situation, there's only one solution: the question game, which we are going to play today, so I need 2 volunteers. Jake and Megan. Come on up, you guys gotta come up here. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna ask Jake and Megan a question, and you guys are all gonna shout out what you believe the answer to be, and then we'll check and see if you're right. So Megan's favorite ice cream.
Tutti Frutti.
And Megan, what is your favorite ice cream?
Orange sherbet.
Okay. And Jake's favorite color. Jake, what is your favorite color?
Baby blue.
Oh. Thanks, guys. So there were a few people who had the correct answer, but many who were unsure. And the interesting thing is that even though we've all been together for 4 years, sometimes longer, sometimes shorter, we still do not know every aspect about each other. So obviously, the world has no knowledge about our talents, our uniqueness, our ingenuity, unless we show the world what we can do. Everybody has a special ability, whether it is solving complex mental math problems, touching your tongue to your nose, maybe changing oil at a world record pace, or even having a vocal range from low B to high B flat. If these talents that you have are known, showcase them. If they are hidden, expose them so you can utilize them to make a difference, so you can utilize them to portray your uniqueness. Reverend John Jenkins once questioned, if we are afraid to be different from the world, how can we make a difference in the world? As a class of 2010, we were unafraid. Amongst us, there are people who have already challenged what others consider to be normal. Girls changing oil and rotating car tires in a classroom formerly considered a male-dominated environment, and others creating wonderful works of art, illuminating the world from a new perspective. We are all unique, and if we retain our uniqueness while combating conformity, we have the ability to make a difference with our new ideas. Our class has the ability to see a problem, find a solution, and then take action. When our student body felt that we could provide more support for the community, we created the Support Our Troops and Relay for Life events. When our student body felt that we lacked school spirit, a few students took the initiative and created Gangrene, a group that livened the crowds, a group whose impact on the school demonstrates that each person sitting here can have an impact on the world. So now, I would like to ask Bookie, also known as Brandon Bookman, to come up here on stage and lead our class of 2010 in the roller coaster cheer one last time. Congratulations. You guys have all mastered the turns and spirals of the past 4 years, and you are now ready for what the world has to offer. And now I'd like to introduce the senior choir members who will be singing Another Bridge to Cross, composed by Mr. Derek Mahan, and also the symphonic band, which will be playing Don't Stop Believing by Paul Murtha.
When it's time to fall.
Thank you, Mr. Mahan and Mr. Nelson. Outstanding as always. By the way, did all of you catch the fact that Mr. Mahan was the composer for that song? Very nice job. Well done, Derek. Okay, Mom and Dad, this is your part. If today you are watching your youngest child cross the stage, please stand and be recognized. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. I always kind of get a kick out of that, too, because the moms all stand up a little heartbroken, and the dads are all standing up there like they're Rocky. Yeah. Just cracks me up. But in all seriousness, thank you for trusting your children to us for the last few years. I know how important that is, and we take that very, very seriously. I would like to thank our faculty, members of our staff, for being here today. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. And as you see in your program, it is my job to present the class of 2010. I'm not quite sure how to do that. You see, this is the first group in my 29 years They've been doing that very thing the entire year. They have made their presence felt. They have tied a school record number of conference championships. In fact, I thought about having all of the trophies sit right up here on stage for them because it really is impressive. Instead, you, the class of 2010, have somehow managed to condense it into one. Would Mary and Zach please come forward? I would like to congratulate the seniors in the class, but it takes a school. This is the All Sports Trophy for the Southern Lakes Conference. Congratulations, it takes every team.
This award doesn't just go to our top schools' teams. It takes the entire school to win this award, so congratulations, Waterford.
Nice job. Zach, you can I'll just put that right here on stage. Zach and Mary are the class president and vice president, but they've also contributed as members of conference championship team or two. I would like to note that I have lobbied the conference principals year in, year out to consider, if they would, offering an academic trophy, as well to include the academic quiz bowl and forensics, which we have won 4 years in a row. We would have won the academic trophy as well if we had had one these past 2 years since joining the Southern Lakes Conference. Something else needs to be considered. We've won the most championships, conference championships, but we've added that school to the south to add another team to compete against. So you guys kind of have eked out that lead a little bit, not just tied, but you've got one more team you're working against. So nice job, very nice job. But my point is not about winning. May sound like it, but it's not. My point is about competing at your optimum. And more importantly, for a very worthy cause. Great example. Good cause for our troops, where we lifted some spirits of soldiers on the other side of the world at Christmas time. Very huge. Thank you, Jacob, for putting that together. Outstanding. Another good cause was the money raised through the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life, where Waterford was the top fundraising school in southeastern Wisconsin. Thank you, Emily. And Emily. Where's the other Emily? Thank you. And all of NHS. Is that a competition? Sure sounds like it. Did we know it? Nope. Does it matter that we won? No. Does it matter that we did it for a worthy cause? Absolutely. This demonstrates my point that competition on its own can be good or bad. For example, whose car is faster than the other one? But competition should always be for a worthy cause. What does that mean for you at the next level? It's the last time you get to see me do that. The next level. The partnership for the 21st century skills states, think of a teacher or a coach, if you would please, as I read through these, or even your parents. To compete, our students must possess global awareness and workplace skills that include creativity and innovation, critical thinking and problem solving, self-directed and self-motivation skills, team building, and collaboration, as well as information, communications, and technology literacy skills. To succeed, we must be willing to think big. Mr. Branstetter, if it is even possible for me to present them as they have spent the entire year making their presence felt, I do present to you the big thinking class of 2010. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Blake. What a great day. I would like to welcome and thank the parents, family members, and friends who have guided these graduates in their successful journey through Waterford Union High School. I would also like to thank and compliment the staff for their unselfish effort and dedication in giving these students the tools they will need for their journey through life. Graduates, it's been a fast 4 years. In the fall of 2006, when you first entered WHS as a freshman, I shared with you the Waterford Union High School mission statement from our strategic plan. It reads this way: Waterford Union High School exists to provide students the opportunities to acquire the skills, knowledge, and experience to be successful and responsible adults. There is no question in my mind that this mission has been fulfilled by the class of 2010. In just 4 years, your class has grown from a group of unsure freshmen into caring, mature, confident adults. Every one of you has endured your own personal struggles. You have labored over term papers, cursed deadlines, nursed athletic injuries, practiced and perfected your musical, forensic, or dramatic piece, crammed for final exams, and finally are savoring the joys of graduation day. Each and every one of you deserves the greatest congratulations. You should all be incredibly proud of yourself, not only for just making it here, but achieving at such a high level. Let's talk about your achievements. Over 90% of you have been accepted by a university, college, tech school, the military, or an apprentice program to continue your education. On Senior Awards Night, over $1.6 million in scholarship money was awarded, which is a record for any class at WHS. You took more advanced placement exams than any previous class. The class of 2010 has a record number of senior honor students who have earned a cumulative grade point average above a 3.5. Seniors have constructed outstanding projects in technical education and art. Our music and drama programs continue to produce quality performances. Our forensics team was recognized once again as being one of the premier forensics programs in the state and won its 4th Southern Lakes Conference Championship. 7 Southern Lakes Conference Athletic Championships were earned this year in boys cross country, girls cross country, football, girls swimming, boys basketball, girls soccer, and boys tennis. Our boys cross-country team and girls swimming teams competed in the state tournament. And later this week, our baseball team will be competing in the state tournament in Appleton. Our vocal jazz and jazz band qualified for the state tournament competition, and we had individuals in state competition in swimming, gymnastics, girls track, FFA, forensics, vocal and instrumental music. We also had a senior be a national champ in weightlifting. This school year, we set a record number of community service hours and raised over $27,000 for cancer in the Relay for Life event that was sponsored by NHS. Great job. It truly has been a great 4 years. Graduates, mission accomplished. The impression this class has made should inspire future students to strive for greatness as well. Graduates, I hope that your life at Waterford High School has been rewarding and enjoyable. In addition, I hope that the memories will last a lifetime. But most important, I hope that Waterford High School has provided you the opportunities to acquire the knowledge, skills, and experiences to be successful and responsible adults. As you leave this building as a student for the last time, remember, the Waterford community is extremely proud of you and your accomplishments. Best of luck. Continue to strive for success. Mr. Groff, I concur with Mr. Blake's remarks. These students have fulfilled the graduation requirements established by the Board of Education of Waterford Union High School and the state of Wisconsin. Mr. Groff, the class of 2010.
Commencement speeches were created largely in the belief that any outgoing graduate should never be released into the world until they're properly sedated. So I'll keep it short so you don't fall into a deep sleep. I'd like to begin by saying on behalf of the Board of Education that everything we do, administration, teachers, and support staff do, is to get you ready for this day. This is probably the most pleasurable function of the Board of Education each year, and also one of the most important days in your lives. I recently read a book about the wisdom of Native Americans. Sitting Bull, who was a Teton Sioux, was a medicine man and a tribal chief. You may remember he was most famous for his defeat of Custer at the Battle of the, where is it? Little Bighorn. I should remember that. He once said, "Let's put our minds together and see what life we can make for our children." Let's put our minds together and see what life we can make for our children. Well, I reflected on that for quite a while, and I was thinking, how does this relate to what we do? What I concluded is, what we do here at Waterford High School is very much like Sitting Bull's statement, and is basically our mission. The board, administration, teaching staff, support staff have essentially put our minds together to help each and every one of you not only to reach this point of high school graduation, but also to ready you for the continued learning you will have in the future. We have attempted to fill your toolbox with the tools you will need to meet with success in the coming years. We recognize that the road to becoming successful is dotted with many tempting parking lots. and our advice is push on. Obstacles and other stops can stop you only temporarily. You are the only ones that can stop yourselves permanently, and please don't do that. You may complain along the way, but complaining is like sitting in a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but you don't get anywhere. You may make a few mistakes along the way, and that's okay. To err is human. However, if your eraser wears out before the pencil, you're overdoing it. You have encountered a few parking lots on the road of life as you reach this graduation day. You need to push on. Remember the good friends you have made, the great experiences you have had, and keep on learning. It was once said that you can give a man a fish and he will eat for a day. But if you teach a man to fish, he will never go hungry. Your high school education is over, but you will never stop learning. Your experiences, coupled with your formal education, will keep you learning forever. Remember, the trouble with learning from experience is that you never graduate. And if at first you don't succeed, do as your mother told you. Whatever vocation you choose, make it something that you like. I have been involved in the education of young people for over 40 years, and to me it seems like 10 years. I've often heard that if you choose a job that you love, you will never have to work a day in your life. So in closing, on behalf of the board, I wish you the best life has to offer. We celebrate with you as you go out to make your mark in the world. And as Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Thank you.
All right, here's our class of 2010. Rachel Geyer. Ashley Nanaman. Morgan Briggs. Devin Maloney. Andrea Bellavari. Jacob Blotnick. Emily Belo. Maureen Casey. Jordan Chart. Mitch Dannenberg. Max DeCamp. Anthony Duane. Megan Duane. Amanda Eckhart. Matthew Foster. Marguerite Fry. Holly Grant. Alex Hansen. Andrew Harry, Kara Helgett, Amanda Herman, Samantha Rybar,
Alexandra Jones, Sarah Mertzky, Tyler Merlot, Jandria Novak, Elizabeth Rabel, Kate Rosenbaum, Kyle Roundtree, Alicia Santaga, Emily Schneider, Jordan Spatial, Emily Swigart, Austin Travis, Alyssa Baker, Jared Barfnick, Shelby Beshta, Hannah Bresson, Anna Christensen, Brandon Davids, Emma Dolan, Stevie Duffick, Brian Fisher, Alyssa LaCroix, Colton Lee, Matthew Militello,
Rebecca Morkel, Daniel Sorensen, Jonathan Eggeter, Adam Axtell, Sarkis Cesarian, Tyler Ball, Brett Bandy, Nicholas Barrios, Mariah Bartashevich, Chelsea Benson, Ashley Bink, Michael Bink, David Bloxam, Benjamin Blumo, Megan Bach, Crystal Bradway, Sarah Brotherton, Brianna Brown, Brandon Bookman, Christina Burry, Alyssa Busalaki, Brittany Campbell, Brittany Canfield.
Kuipo Canfield, Jennifer Caribou, Luke Christofferson, Alexander Ciano, Kayla Cobb, Brittany Kolker, Austin Conte, Nicholas Coons, Anthony Carew, Brian County, Michelle Zarnicki, Catherine Daniel, Danielle Danbray, Alex Davids, Rianne Decow, Caitlin Dilly, Nicole DeSalvo, Stephanie Dolge, Michael Donahue, Spencer Drummond, Dean Dustin, Hannah Edson, Ashley Erb, Joseph Eschman,
Lucas Elgin, Jonathan Farino, Michael Fiorita, Allison Fisher, Brandon Frederick, David Funk, Grant Gamble, Leah Goddess, BJ Goebel, Jacqueline Graham, Ryan Grebe, Casey Grebo, Amanda Hallberg, James Hatlin, Samantha Henderson, Nicholas Hendricks, Brandon Hoppy, Tamara Howe, Brittany Hucksdorf, Joseph Itzenheiser, Matthew Iverson, Samuel Iverson, April Jackson, Mary Jacob,
Cameron Gigunt, Tyler Jensen, Joseph Kern, Jacob Kiefer, Shelby Klutzman, Caitlin Cram, Dylan Sobiak, Nicholas Sobiak, Kesley Kumbier, Brent Kruszewski, Courtney Lancour, Amanda Langfelt, Anthony Like, Melissa Lesser, Kaylee Lewis, Jennifer Littner, Jody Lobner, Taylor Loomis, Justin Maceman, Gregory Mamero, Ashley Marcourt, Nicholas Metelski, Susan Matheson, Harrison Matthias,
Charlene McClure, Kyle McGilvery, Stephanie Maring, Justin Meyer, Ashley Meyerhofer, Ethan Mayanecki, Leah Miller, DJ Morales, Matthew Mall, Megan Mooney, Leah Nelson, Randall Norbert, Joshua Northrup, Samantha Northrup, Allison Novara, Nicholas Nowacki, Amanda Obermeyer, Yoshikuni Okabe, Emily Oshman, Brittany Ann Palchek, Corey Pape, Brian Pattengale, Andrew Perez, Chad Picard,
Eric Schemmel. Oh, wait. Dale Blahaki. Sophia Polaris. Matthew Polazinski. Cassie Prager. Timothy Radloff. Emily Rosh. Brett Reed. Tyler Rose. Stephen Rudan. Brian Rinkowitz. Gabrielle Saladin. Eric Schemmel. Robert Shibley. Amanda Schmitz. Jared Schultz. Philip Schuyler. Aaron Scott. David Sirkowski. Zachary Shelby. Stephanie Seamers. Jordan Simon. Nicholas Singer. Allie Scrobus. Nicole Smars.
Carly Smith, Danielle Smith, Mitchell Speth. Brianne Spletter. Amy Stanger. Bo Steffens. Scott Steinhaus. Jessica Storm. Michael Strasser. Zachary Strike. Bradley Struder. Cheyenne Suckert. Samantha Surgis. Megan Thomas. Cody Todrick. Corey Tolsrud. Jessica Underly. Thomas Recaro. Miranda Van Scoy. Gary Vins. Brittany Vogely. Ryan Voss. Victoria Voss. Jake Walters.
Morgan Wantuck. Phil Weber. Darren Welch. Sarah White. Matthew Winsky. Samuel Whirl. Emma Wishaw. Brianne Woodruff. Benjamin Warby. Casey Wright. Michael Zahn. Cody Zabung. Zach Tamblin.
Mary Castengren. I just want to say thank you, all you guys out there, for making high school a wonderful experience, and I'll never forget it. God bless.